as I can remember, he said that they'll be leaving the car combination like this till the end of the year, because I don't think Trevor's as happy with his ability to drive the Scirocco like he used to be. So I think he wants to give it to Lane.
Lane in the Scirocco. Right, who is in pole position? Trevor Momberg is in pole position with Jared Evans right there. Then we've got Louis Powell. Pierre Vialot is there as well. Here's Michael Hitchcock. Woo, that's going to be some great stuff. Bruce. So this is going to be some great stuff.
But someone we don't see, as per usual.
Well, he's not taking part in this one.
And what I was trying to say, Michael Gerald Walker was the one that put down an offer that was too good to refuse.
Oh, Michael Walker of Walker Brothers Racing. Okay,
in 2013,
yes,
so that's 12 years ago. He said that goes side by side, and Jared Evans is around into the first corner. There he goes. He manages to pirouette and catch it, but he's in the sand as the rest of the field leads through.
Lost it a few hundred meters. So here we go. There's Louis Powell. There's Pierre Vialot.
to the lead. There is Trevor Momberg. And then there, lights ablaze, Brian Evans, whose son Jared Evans was fighting side by side on Ford Escort making his way through. Then there's slightly closer still.
Fine car as we look at the leader right behind her, Trevor Momberg. He was 2.6 seconds ahead of Brian Evans. That's in that second spot. The Capri leads the Ford Escort behind the fine car of Tischendorf as they work their way into turn number 2 into Castro Corner. There. So we pan through with Brian just saw flash through. There he comes, behind the Galaxy. That is the man that sits out there in P1. He will come around to start his last lap. That is Trevor Momberg. Momberg, here comes Brian Evans. That's in that second spot to start his last lap. Malcolm Pfeiffer in there, but he's a lap down. He's a Pfeiffer, as we see P1 and P2, the Capri and the Escort work its way out of holes on the last lap.
Yep, the grid is all over the place. As you see, there goes Brian Evans. We see some of the mix up here. Trevor Momberg is making his way all the way through some of the back markers in the field, all the way up to Dave Rowley. He's just past Van Niekerk there in the Galaxy. There's Dave Rowley ahead, and then you've got Jaco Oosthuizen, who's fighting in front with one of the other... Sorry, Fisk. That's Trevor Fisk that he's got in front of him there, and he gets round, but then you see Momberg makes his way through, and he's just clawing through the field as he has 2 corners left to go.
Yeah, he is now cutting and carving his way through the back markers with that Ford Capri. He's Trevor Momberg. Down the back straight he goes. He's just chopping them up left, right and center. He's Trevor, and he'll clear all of these back markers, or we should clear all of them before we get into turn 5 into Fostron. Oosthuizen just moving right out the way there for him, so he has cleared that whole group as he works his way out of Fostron corner towards the checkered flag. Brian Evans is sitting in second, but it's a distant second for Evans. There you just see Evans in the background there as Momberg.